I'm worried. I'm worried because they think they're going to win. And either the old man, Wartenberg, is going to screw it up, or they're simply mistaken by whatever they've got. And things are about to go downhill. And what worries me most is that Maddie is going to rub it in. That because JP spoke up and they put a student member on the board, they legitimized whatever the fuck they do. So.
Look, I may not know what you've got up your sleeve, but are you sure you want to do this? There are a lot of things out there worse than Maddie.
Gee, Carm, thanks for the input. But since you don't want to play the hero, maybe you should just butt out as we save ourselves.
It's only reinforcing the idea.
Good evening, and welcome to the SNN coverage of the Board of Governors debate. Facing off today are our board chair, Natska Belmont, a centuries-old, nigh unkillable vampire, and honorary board member, Cornelius Hans Albrecht Lugenbaron von Wartenberg. We will start with questions from the students, and then move on to the closing arguments, followed by a vote by the board on the winner. As decided by a coin toss, we will start with a question to you, Miss Belmont. How do you respond to the accusations that you intend to sell off a large portion of the student body's bodies?
Darling, while your histrionics are always amusing, the plan is to have Corvée catalog and evacuate the students. Removing their livers would depreciate their market value.
Baron Vordenberg, a rebuttal?
Oh, you pardon me, madame, so this is an outright lie. What with the infamous Section 23 of the Silas Charter? Why, I have never encountered such perfidy since my battle of wits with the infamous Comtesse Lamont.
Vordy, you know I lived through the stuff you're lying about, right? Besides, if you and Big Red were capable of paying attention, you'd know we invoked the charter to deal with the deep one. The anglerfish? We can't just leave it wedged in that cavern like an apocalypse waiting to happen. I know Mother wanted it sold to Corvée, but she's dead. And lately I've been thinking, maybe it's best we just collapse the whole campus and bury it alive. It seemed polite to evacuate the livestock before that.
But that's evil.
No, that's pragmatic.
Well, maybe you weren't planning on stealing all of our livers now, but sooner or later it's going to be all freeze-rays and massacres and the drama faculty tied to the railroad tracks.
Even if that was remotely accurate, what are you going to do about it?
This. See, those kids that you murdered at the Voice of
Are you
Silence?
still on about that?
Turns out they were keeping really thorough files on you. So I just emailed the rest of the board your contract as a consultant for the Corvée. And if the 10% kickbacks you're getting from all these sales doesn't make them reconsider, then maybe the personal files you're keeping on them, you know, the ones detailing exactly how to kill them, will make them change their minds.
Where the hell did you get those?
Not the issue right now. The issue right now is I think we can skip the closing arguments and go straight to the vote. Danny?
She's out. Wardenberg's in.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Miss Belmont, but if history teaches us anything, then impeachment, overthrow, exile, and of course I will reluctantly accept the board's nomination.
The rook falls to the bishop.
You're making a terrible mistake.
No, you did. When you thought you could come to this university and just take over. You may have killed those kids at the newspaper, but they still figured out what you were up to.
Well, that is just neat.
And now you're done.
I bet it's going to be pretty upsetting for the folks at home when I pull you apart like a kid with a Barbie.
I know.
Are you seriously not done with this Nat? She's a stupid, callow girl, and she's going to get us killed.
Oh, that's too much, Maddie. Oh. How can she do that? She's no longer the chairman of the board. Powers rescinded. They went to him.
Right. Without
No. They keep doing these things. This is getting too much. Okay.
Give a speech.
Oh, God, no.
I am deeply touched by your show of support and faith. I have never, not even when the dear men of the great forest made me honors their brothers, felt so called to aid and succor our community. I shall lead you and Silas to greatness, to the shining, glorious future it has always deserved.
Wow, that was actually kind of...
And for my first access rating board chair, I hereby order the immediate detainment of all individuals known or suspected to be vampires.
Oh, crap.
Yep.
See that subscribe button? You should click it.
Okay. So what they had actually worked. Fine. And cancel the damn automatic thing. Did they fiddle with that again and I have to do something again? Still. Grey-eyed girl and priest. And they didn't look anything like Danny described them. I mean, they could have done something about that, I'm sure. Or maybe they're going to blame it on the camera not being able to adequately... whatever. But, I was kind of hoping we were past the crappy Photoshop stuff by now. Yeah, well.